Good morning, everyone. Welcome to second day of International Students Conference 2.0. We'll start this session very soon, so please stay connected with us. Hello, everyone. We'll start this session in 10 minutes. Kindly stay connected with us. Thank you. Namaskar. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the second day of International Students Conference 2.0. Myself, Shravani, a PhD scholar at ICAR-CIFE, and it's my privilege to be one of your hosts for today's conference. And I'm delighted to be joined by my two wonderful co-hosts today.
Hello everyone, I am Mevendran, a PG scholar at ICAR-CIFE.
And hi, I'm Mahesh Sharma, a PhD scholar at ICAR-CIFE. Every successful event is built on collaboration, and this conference stands as a testament to the combined efforts of our esteemed organizing team and constant encouragement of our esteemed faculty mentors. Yesterday, we explored a wide range of prestigious international fellowships opportunity across Europe and Middle East, including the Marie Curie Fellowship, Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, DAD Scholarship, Warsaw for PhD Scholarship, Israel Institutional Fellowship, and FWF Funded Scholarship. Through engaging interactions with the fellowship recipients and the scholars from Norway, Germany, Austria, Belgium, Poland, and Israel, we gained first-hand insights into their academic journey, their research experiences, and the opportunity these fellowships offer for pursuing higher education and research abroad.
With that, today we continue that journey by exploring opportunities in another part of the world. Through the experience of our distinguished speakers, you will gain a valuable insights into scholarships, university life, research environments, and also the application strategies. We hope today's session will help you discover new possibilities and bring you one step closer to achieving your international academic aspirations. As we commence to the second day of International Students Conference 2.0, it is truly encouraging to see so many familiar faces back with us today. Your enthusiasm, thoughtful questions, and active participation yesterday made this conference so engaging, and also we have a good experience that many of you people have involved in the conference. On behalf of every organizing team, we sincerely thank you for being part of this journey. As we begin today's program, we encourage you to interact with our speakers, ask them different questions, and make the most of this unique opportunity to learn from their experiences. Every story shared today is a reminder that studying and conducting research begins with a single and a well informed step. With that, I'll now hand over to Mr. May, who will take us through the first day of today's conference. May, over to you.
Thank you, Shravani. Let us begin the first theme of today's conference, Global Opportunities, International Fellowships for Fisheries and Aquatic Science students, with a special focus on Eastern countries. Today's theme has been carefully designed to provide not only information on fellowship opportunities, but also practical guidance from scholars who have successfully pursued their academic journeys abroad. Before moving on to the session, a kind information to all the participants that this session contains 4 segments involving introduction of our distinguished panelists and an interactive panel discussion with them, followed by a detailed presentation on the international scholarship opportunities available in Eastern countries for Indian students and as well as foreign students, and followed by a question and answer segment in which the queries of participants will be addressed. So participants, you are requested to drop your questions in the chat box, which will be taken up during the interactive question and answer session. And also, an important thing, the feedback form will be shared at the end of the second session. So stay tuned with us until the end. Shravani, shall we introduce our esteemed panel of speakers for this theme?
Sure, May. It's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Miss Kamali Ahilan, Senior Associate Fisheries Scientist at Environment Resource Management, Calgary, Canada. She completed her graduate studies in biological sciences at the University of Calgary and also awarded the prestigious Alberta Graduate Excellence Scholarship in recognition of her academic excellence and research contributions. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Mahesh, over to you.
Thank you, Shravani. Our next speaker is Ms. Amrita, who is currently pursuing her PhD at Kyushu University, Japan, with a research centered on fish nutrition, physiology, and biochemistry. She is a recipient of the prestigious India-Japan Lotus Program and an alumna of ICAR-CIFE Mumbai. We are excited to hear about your academic journey in Japan, ma'am. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Mevinder, over to you.
Yes, Mahesh. Now let's move on to our next speaker, Mr. Nikhil, who is currently pursuing his PhD in food science at the University of Georgia, Athens in USA, where he also serves as a graduate research assistant. He is an alumnus of ICAR-CIFE Mumbai and the College of Fishery Science, Muthukur in Andhra Pradesh. His research focuses on packaging for fresh produce with an emphasis on improving food quality, safety, sustainability, and reducing post-harvest losses. In today's session, he will share his journey for securing a graduate research assistantship along with pursuing doctoral research in the United States. A very warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you for joining us today.
That's great. It's wonderful to see such a diverse panel of speakers joining us from across the globe. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Aditya Singh, a PhD scholar at the Faculty of Agro-Industry, Prince of Songkhla University, Thailand. He is an alumni of College of Fisheries Science, Verawal, Gujarat, and Central Agriculture University, Tripura. We are delighted to have you with us, Aditya, and extend a very warm welcome to ISC 2.0.
Now, moving on to our next speaker, behind every successful researcher is a journey filled with learning, perseverance, and new opportunities. Our next speaker has experienced that journey firsthand. It is my pleasure to introduce our next distinguished speaker, Dr. Vijay Kumar, who earned his PhD in Environmental Sciences under the prestigious UNISA Enterprise Research Scholarship at the Future Industries Institute, Australia. Sir, we are delighted to have you with us today. A very warm welcome to ISC 2.0, sir.
Before we introduce our next speaker, I remember a quote. Every academic journey tells us a story of passion, perseverance, and also discovery. Our next speaker is a perfect example for this. I would like to invite Mr. Rajkumar J, who is pursuing his PhD at the Faculty of Agro-Industry, Prince of Songkhla University, Thailand. He is an alumni of College of Fishery Science, Mangalore. His work in fish processing technology reflects his dedication to the advancing field. We are delighted to have you with us today, sir.
Every global journey begins with the courage to take the first step. And our final speaker for this theme is a wonderful example of how that step can lead to remarkable opportunities. With that, it's time to introduce our seventh and final panelist for today's theme, Mr. Shiva, who is currently pursuing his PhD in agriculture, specializing in innate immunity at the University of Miyazaki, Japan, under the prestigious mixed scholarship awarded by the government of Japan. He is an alumnus of ICAR Central Institute of Fisheries Education. So we are delighted to have you with us today.
Before we begin, on behalf of the entire International Student Conference 2.0 organizing team, I would like to sincerely thank all our distinguished speakers for accepting our invitation and taking the time to join us today. We truly appreciate your presence and look forward to an inspiring and insightful discussion ahead. We are excited to begin this engaging and insightful session.
Well said, Mahesh. Now that we have welcomed all our esteemed speakers, let's begin our panel discussion. So, my first question is, many of the students joining us today aspire to pursue higher education abroad and often wonder what it takes to secure a fellowship. So, I would like to ask Kamli ma'am, drawing from your own experience, what qualities or achievements do you think a fellowship application stand out to a selection committee?
Yeah, first of all, good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here in the International Student Conference. And thank you, ICAR-CIFE and the organizing committee who have been doing a great job today for inviting me to be a part of this panel. So, what I think is definitely beyond grades. So, what makes your application stand out is definitely beyond your grades. So, all your active involvement in volunteering and leadership activities also plays a very important role in your application process. And one more thing to add on is your statement of purpose. So most of them, when you're focusing on your statement of purpose, they are just like trying to bring out their potential and what they can do rather than focusing what the fellowship actually means to them and how it can contribute to the science and society. So I would like people to concentrate on that more rather than filling their achievements into that.
Thank you, ma'am. That was really helpful and truly insightful. Amrita, ma'am, we would also love to hear your thoughts on this. According to your experience, what qualities or achievements can strengthen a student's fellowship application?
So good morning, everyone. I'm glad that I can be a part of this panel discussion. And if you ask me about what strengthens the fellowship application, so based on my experience, so first, I think the a bit importance goes to your CV. So you should focus on making it like a page or maximum page and like make it more precise and concise. And the second thing would be your proposal, the research proposal, and your proposal should align with the research which is going on in the institute, like the host institute or the lab which you're going to apply. So I think it's also more important, like your research has to be in aligned with the host institute. And then try to get into contact with the professor more. Like I think the contact is important because in my case, my application was screened by the embassy, so I had to keep in a consistent contact with the professor, and we were making it like we were doing a consistent corrections to make it a perfect proposal aligning so that it would get accepted. So I think these three matters. Yes.
Okay. So, thank you, ma'am, for sharing these insights. As you said, the CV and the proposal both are both truly matters. And it reminds me of the quote by Bobby Answer. It says that success is where preparation and opportunity meets, ma'am. And this perfectly reflects the journey of fellowship applicants, being prepared and making the most of the opportunities available. If you aspire to explore international academic opportunities, type yes in the chat.
Yeah, I'm already seeing the S messages coming in. That's wonderful. I hope many of you will soon be representing India at different universities across the world. Moving ahead, one of the biggest challenges students often face is identifying the right path among the many opportunities available to them globally. While many aspire to pursue higher education abroad, but choosing the right fellowship and destination can be a crucial decision. So, I would like to ask Mr. Rajkumar, from your experience, how can students identify fellowship opportunities and countries that will best match their academic interest and also the career goals? Like, should they focus on specific programs that closely aligns with their aspirations or explore multiple opportunities to increase their chances?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to be a speaker in this conference. Yeah. The answer to your question, like rather than focusing on narrow field, like students should explore a broader range of opportunities. For example, many of us come from fisheries background, right? But instead of applying only to fisheries programs, we can also consider related fields such as food science, like marine biology, seafood, biotechnology, aquaculture also. So, since these disciplines often overlap, it would increase the opportunities of getting selected into many fellowships. Even in my case, I'm from fisheries background, but I'm doing PhD right now in food science and technology. So with specialization in seafood. Yeah. So exploring broader opportunities, I think, would increase the opportunities for students when they are searching for fellowships, scholarships abroad. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing those valuable insights. Nikhil, sir, we would also like to hear from you. Was your approach similar when you began your journey, or did you follow a different path? Nikhil, sir?
Nikhil, kindly unmute yourself.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me for this a wonderful this is a wonderful opportunity actually. Thank you so much. Actually, I was like in the other side last year when this program was conducting actually. So at the time, I have a lot of dreams to go to abroad and to study and to pursue some good degree. And today I'm on the other side, being a speaker. So this is a great opportunity for me to share my insights today. So I think like initially like, I was like struggling to find a good fellowship and to end up in a good university and find a right professor. So I did a lot of research and I finally found a good line to work on. And initially, like in my master, so I was like working on plastics. So like this was motivated me to like work on the biodegradable plastics and like that. And initially, I found like a professor from University of Georgia. So I currently work under Dr. Fanbin Kwang. So he is a nice guy actually. He was like when I was like initially trying to get the fellowship. Like this is I'm actually graduate research assistant. So I work under Dr. Kong. So this is a USDA project. So I was working under that, and initially I found Dr. Kong really interesting because like he was working on with a lot of packaging stuff. So I was like so much interested in working under him. And there are a lot of things like when he was initially asking me to whether are you really interested because your background is from fishery science, and I wanted to do pursue a PhD in food science. So this was like a uh, there is like a lot of genuine conversation happening at the time. So I told like I was so much motivated to work under this project, and I started my application, and he supported me a lot in working under him. So this was like a good thing happened to me. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nikhil, and happy to hear you. So that's great to know your journey also. You have talked about Dr. Con and your graduate research assistantship right there. We are happy to hear you, Nikhil. And the journey may begin with many questions, but the right direction and preparation can help students find opportunity that truly match their goals, we say. And my
Yeah.
next question is, when students think about studying abroad, one of the first questions that often comes to mind is how can I prepare myself for this journey? Shiva sir, from your experience, what are the important academic and extracurricular aspects that undergraduate students should develop to build a strong profile for pursuing a master's degree abroad, sir? Shiva, sir, are you there?
Shiva?
I feel might be some technical issue. I would like to request Amrita ma'am to kindly respond. Like, what are the important academic and extracurricular aspects that undergraduate students should develop actually to build a strong profile for pursuing a master's degree abroad, sir?
Okay, so it's beyond some extracurricular aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. I get the question. So, as Kamali ma'am told, I think it's the leadership matter. So they have to have some exposure to those kind of things so that their leadership and the ability to handle things by themselves, because after an UG, going outside and living in a different country is a bit difficult, so they have to have some qualities which would help them to manage everything by their own. So, and those things matters, and extracurricular aspects. Yeah, I think it matters. I think it's based on the core aspect of that person to handle things by themselves. I think that is the only thing matters. which is within ourselves to take the things and make it work. I think that matters more. It's like this is not related to the application, but it's related to the personal aspect. Like they have to take it on themselves and get it done. That's it. It's not related to the application. Thank you.
Thank you, Amrita. It's a good takeaway. Mr. Aditya, was your views different from this?
Actually, the previous speakers have already took up the, whatever they said about the application part. I would say I agree with all of it, but I would like to add one more fact. See, there should be a story behind your application. Like, how to say? Suppose they will not only see that, what say, you are excellent academic grades. You should also have a clear sense of purpose, like genuine passion for your field. Like, if you are, suppose if I take my own example, I did UG. I did my undergraduate, and in my fourth year, I took up a research on some bioactive compounds in my 1 month project. Then when I started in PG, I was like confused, where shall I start? So I took up the like waste utilization part. I started working in that field, and by at the end I was like, yeah, this is how I should go ahead, this is my interest. So I started working in the field, and when I started to fill out applications for various universities and all, I started to look for the places where they used to offer the research work more based on the waste utilization. So I think the authenticity of your work, like the clear vision, what you want is utmost important. Rather than just applying based on your degree, I would say seek what you want. Like what you want to do is where you should apply. If you want to work in a bioactive compound extraction field, then you should look for the degrees which offer that. My degree is fish processing technology, and yet I chose to enroll in food science and technology because here I have I have a chance to work on the waste utilization and its application in seafood. So I would say that there should be a compelling personal story. It's not it is just as important having a strong academic record.
Absolutely, sir. Pointing out our own interest is important before the desire is there to pursue higher studies. I
Yeah.
think Sir has joined back. Sir, are you there?
Yeah.
Sir.
Hi, everyone. So thank you so much for the chance, especially CFE and the organizing committee, and sorry for the technical glitch.
Yes.
So getting into the question, academic and extracurricular aspects for undergrad students for master's degree. So to be specific in India, and when you compare with other countries abroad, so people engage research activities even in undergrads. So, and those were documented in the form of thesis. So we do have the same process in India, but in a way we should equip ourselves in documenting it well. And coming to the extracurriculars and academic things, and apart from that, when we apply for any scholarships abroad, and it's in a template that we need a resume with a more strong motivation letter. So we should be confident enough in addressing each and minor achievements we have. And in short, a CV or anything is just a space to express what we are, and we should utilize it properly. And that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Documenting is very important thing because that tells the selection committee who we are and what we have done in the past. Your dream of studying abroad may seem like a goal, big goal today, but every achievement begins with small steps, learning new skills, gaining experiences, and preparing yourself for future opportunities. Moving ahead, every student's journey towards a PhD is unique. The process of applying for doctoral programs often brings many questions for aspiring researchers. Beyond finding the right opportunity, students want to understand what truly strengthens their profile and helps them stand out during the selection process. Vijay sir, from your experience, how important are factors like CGPA, research exposure, and publications in a PhD application? Are publications an essential requirement, or do they mainly serve as an added advantage?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. It's been great to be here and tell our next generation, next offsprings, if they want to come to PhD or do any studies outside country. In my own experience, I was really needed this kind of events to be organized in CIFE when I was doing my master's, because I got interested to do my PhD after finishing master's. But the only reason I choose to do abroad was when I physically met some of my alumni who had done his PhD abroad. I'm an alumni of College of Fisheries Mangalore, and when I was doing my master's, one of the alumni of College of Fisheries Mangalore, he is right now in Canada. He visited CIFE because he did masters in CIFE. So I talked to him almost like 15, 20 minutes, and he's the one who kind of inspired me to do PhD abroad. That's motivated me, and I came to Australia to do my PhD in 2022, and I finished it 3 months back, and now I am working as a research associate. It's a great journey. Happy to share with you all. And coming to the question, how important are the CGPA, research exposure, and publication? Very, very important. All the three categories falls into different has their own weightage. If any of the students who are undergrad who are attending this event, I just request them to please focus on your CGPA, because not only your master CGPA matters a lot, but your undergrad CGPA also matters a lot, because whenever you apply for a competitive grants, they see how much you scored in your bachelor's and how much you scored in your master's. This is one of the criteria they select. Because most of the time when I was in my undergrad, I used to say marks don't decide my future, but now I'll say it do decide. So please focus on that one. And also people who are doing in masters, please study well and get your CGPA. At least when you go for competitive grants, competitive scholarship, your OGPA, they look is 8.5. At most, they may filter you out if you're not reaching there, because the university scholarship, especially I'm talking in terms of Australia, they're very competitive. So if you want to stand out among all, your OGPA should be more than 8.5. Because there are some scholarship like research and training scholarships in Australia called RTP scholarship. They're very competitive. They are funded by universities. So one of the, like out of 100 score, they give 10 to 20% for your OGPA. So if you are scoring less there, you'll be kicked out. And research exposure, it's also another important aspect. Although you have shown you're really good in studies, but you are applying for something in research. So they have to know you are already involved in some kind of research activities. In Australia, if you want to do a PhD, even for the domestic students, they have to finish their undergrad, then 1 year of honors they do. So in that 1 year of honors, they do completely only research things. They do writing thesis or dissertation, and they build some skills to show they are really have that skills that are required for PhD scholarships. And also publications, uh, it depends. If you're applying for scholarship that are very competitive, university scholarship, your publication, one or two of your publications, if you have from your master, they are more than enough. They kind of justify you have valid experience in the research and also in the writing. So that adds a lot of value. And also in some cases, they may carry 10 to 20% of the overall score that they're going to assign you for your PhD screening process. And also the other kind of scholarship that I got was funded projects. Usually professors get some funded scholarships to address some of the issues that are right now happening from the industry side. So once they get those scholarships, they advertise it openly. They are international scholarship. There, if you don't have your CGPA more than 8.5, it may not affect you that much. If you have 8.1, 8.2, that does really make a lot of impact. But the most important things that they look there is your research skills. Whether your research skills that you have done in your previous masters or whatever the job that you have done, whether they are aligning with what they require. If the skills are requiring, they are matching, and you have some publications to prove that you have a strong experience, come your writing experience, that kind of highlight your CV among all other candidates. And another important things that I want to highlight here is network. So although your CGPA, research exposure, publication make your application stand out, but if you have a strong network and referring letter from one of your supervisor or professor, that makes overall your CV very strong for any of the PhD applications. So please focus on all the aspects. None of the aspects are less or more. It just depends. You just have to have the minimum criteria for CGPA, research skills and experience, and also publication do matters because we are international people. Like us, there will be other 20, 30 applications that come across the world. So we think we are the only people who are noticing and applying, but it's not the case. Sometimes there might be 100, 200 applications that we often encounter in our own lab. There was scholarship for one international scholarship. There were almost 230 applications last year. So please be mindful when you go for application process. Try to make your CV aligning much what the scholarship is actually demanding, rather than mentioning 10 skills that are not relevant. Mentioning 3 or 4 your skills that are aligning with your project, and mentioning 1 or 2, having 1 or 2 really good publication is more than enough for a master student. If you want to make 10 publications, that don't really reflect your master's career, because people get suspicious all the time. So yeah, all the 3 are important.
Yes, yes. So just summing up your things, like for all the participants, it's like OGPA of more than 8.5 and 1 to 2 publications, and research skill requirement and networking is also required. As well said, Vijay sir. Thank you for sharing your valuable insights. Now, Kamli ma'am, you'd like to hear from you. What's your perspective on this, ma'am?
So, in my perspective, especially considering Canada and point of view, I think CGPA doesn't matter a lot, whereas Australia it matters a lot. But here we focus more on the research experience they have. So, in case if you are, for example, trying to get into an lab where they are focusing on PCR example, so when you have lots of experience working on those and having the research experience matters a lot more than your CGPA. So try to get more experience. When I'm talking about experience, it's very hard for UG and as well as a master student to gain that lot of experience in that short period of time, because you have to get grades, and master student you have to focus on your thesis work and etc. So I would recommend people to start it from the beginning. From your undergraduate, try to volunteer in labs, which I kind of feel is lacking in India, which is trying to volunteer into a lab. So first of all, the most important thing we have to do is to find our interest in what we want to actually do, rather than coming to an end point at like masters I have to do a PhD in some kind of thing. Try to figure it out at your undergrad and try to get on ideas what you want to do, and try to focus yourself into some volunteering regarding to your interests. So for example, if you're interested in biotechnology, from your undergrad go volunteer in a lab, learn all the new techniques, and get equipped with that. So that's the thing which happens here. We have undergrad students in our labs who comes and volunteers and get experience before they get into masters or PhD. So I would definitely recommend all the people getting the volunteer experience, because we cannot get an work experience before we complete our undergrad and master. So getting a volunteer experience makes your profile good and nice in your career. And considering publications, as the previous speaker told, it's very important. Even if you have 3 publication, which makes more sense, is more reliable to have it, and it helps you to add more awards and more scholarships. So if you come into your, for example, you come into your Canada somewhere into a university with a graduate research scholarship, so again in your university you can compete for several other graduate scholarships. So one example is my Alberta graduate excellence scholarship. So it's an additional scholarship from the original scholarship I had, which was because of my publications, and extra awards which you can get, like an young scientist award, presenting in a conference, getting into workshops. So these all adds more weightage to your profile.
That's a valuable point, ma'am. Practical skills are highly required for research studies and also the experience. Amrita, ma'am, from your experience, is there anything else you would like to add?
Hmm. Yes, as they are discussed, like it's important to have technical skills aligning with the research proposal. So you are making a proposal and like gaining the skills related aligning with those is very much important. That's what is needed. Yes. Thank you.
So, Amrita, that's truly helpful. For many students, hearing these experiences directly from successful applicants brings a perspective that goes beyond what they usually read on the online. So, moving ahead, there is one aspect that many students are curious about when considering the education mainly in abroad, like the learning environment itself. So, Mr. Rajkumar, from your experience, what differences can a student expect in teaching styles or else some assessment methods or even classroom culture when compared to Indian universities?
Yes. So, firstly, in terms of teaching style, I would say the teaching style is less textbook oriented and focuses more on understanding concepts and applying what we have learned to solve problems in research. The importance during classes is given more on critical thinking, discussion, and practical application. So, second was assessment methods, right? So, assessment methods is different in a way, like in India, we focus more on percentages, marks, but here the system would be grading, like grading system, and more importance would be given for attendance, lab reports, assignments, like when it comes to coursework, I'm telling. So initially it would take some time to adjust, but later it would be engaging and interesting as well. And finally, classroom culture. Yeah, classroom culture would be more interactive. The students have to answer the questions asked to the professors, and yeah, particular questions will be asked to individuals. Yeah, things like that. I hope I've answered your question.
Thank you so much, sir. It gives students a better idea of what to expect when they move to a new academic system. Nikhil, sir, from your experience, what are some major differences you observed in the way classes are conducted, students are assessed, and academic interactions happen in abroad universities when compared to India? Nikhil, sir?
Yeah, hello.
Sir.
That's actually a good question. So, initially when I moved to US, so I was like somewhat nervous because like I'm in a different country, right? So I was like, I don't know anything about the classes, environment, how people will interact, how exams will be conducted, and how assignments will be. So these are a lot of things running in my mind. So I slowly understood that there are like different environment actually. It's completely different environment because like the classroom culture in India is like, so most of the time teachers teach the presentations or they try to explain about the concept, what's happening, or how we have to understand the concept clearly, and we have to represent everything in a written style. So here it's not like that. So it's completely different. So the exam pattern is different. The way the questions were asked were different. So and most of the professors they are not they doesn't want the concept oriented things. They just want how we are actually thinking about the question. So how in different ways we are thinking about a question. So it's not about the materials we are learning, it's not about the concepts we are learning, it's about how we are going to solve a problem, or how we are going to think about a problem. So it's like completely different from the way a question different questions are asked in India. So in my masters, like when I was writing exams, so I was writing like pages and pages. And I'm eventually we are getting some good GPA, I know that. So it's not like that. So here we need to study different books, and we need to refer different pages, different papers, and even we need to like come up with some good ideas and and understand about the concepts. And there are other things too, like the lab environment here is completely different. So each individual is getting a constant care about like how you are going to come do the experiment, and after that completing the experiment, so you need to write you need to come up with some good literature. You need to study about the literature, and you need to compare how your experiment varies with the existing literature. And you will be providing with a lot of assignments. So here, yeah, it's not about the way how you write, it's about the way how you like align your thoughts and this all stuff. So here, it's not about in India we won't be much practicing like writing in a academic style. So uh, um, the assignments will be in such a way that like you need to write in an academic style, and eventually when the professor is not writing is not liking your assignment or not liking your essay, so they are going to like reject your essay, and after that you need to again sit on it and you need to work on it, uh, align your thoughts again, and you're going to get like a lot of comments on your essay. So that will like teach you uh, how you can like write in an academic style and other things. So yeah, it's like completely different from India. I would say that.
Yes, yes. It's thank you, Nikhil. And it was wonderful to hear all the varied experiences over here from all our panel members. And for students planning to study abroad, understanding these differences actually matters. And these can help them prepare better and make a smoother transition into the new academic environment. My next question is, like every application journey comes with its own learning experiences. Shiva sir, from your observation, what are some common mistakes that applicants make while applying for fellowship, sir? And what advice would you give students to strengthen their application, sir?
Sure. And if we generally observe all the, scholarship screenings, we can observe a common pattern. Like almost all the scholarships start with application, which indirectly reflects as your CV, which collects all your basic informations, and followed by a written exam, which is like qualifying, and then at last an interview. So if you observe many of the people who has cleared or undergone all this process, so it the interview and all other stuffs are basically from what you have filled in your application or what you have included in your CV. So I suggest all the students to go through the guidelines properly, and don't miss any basics in it. So as I previously mentioned, so make use of the space in the application. Like, so it is the platform given to you to showcase who you are and why you are better than the others. So make use of it properly. And especially in the interview, so many of the panel members just go with the your application or your CV and just make up everything based on it. So don't overclaim anything, or don't feel inferior to express or showcase your achievements. So, and that's all. Like, just go with the flow.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting those important points. Aditya, sir, while applying for your fellowship, did you face any of these challenges, or were there other lessons that shaped your experience?
I would say for me, the biggest challenge was simply being patient and like not giving up. And I think like most of the speakers would agree that wherever we are, like we have faced a lot of rejections. Like in my master's, I applied for like after my bachelor's, I applied for master's in UK, Stirling University, in Newfoundland, Canada, but I got rejected. So I just enrolled to master's, like MFSC. I completed it, and then I got to know about like this Prince of Songkla University, and especially the lab ICESSI to my professors. So I started applying immediately after masters, and still I faced rejection for two times. But this time, like I really wanted to work under our Professor Sutawat Benjakul, who is like ranked fourth in the world in food science. So like I really wanted to do. So I just keep pursuing it, and even like pursuing my PhD in CAU, COF. I still like used to apply till 1.5 years, and I left that PhD, and finally I'm here. So like my journey literally taught me that persistence, like being persistent is what important. Sometimes the timing is not right. Even if your application, your CV, everything is perfect, or it might not be perfect. You are going to grow with the time. But I would say the timing is not right, and that's okay. Like the setbacks will help you to become like even like you need to you will get to know that you need to improve your CV even more. But that's what makes it, worth remembering once you have reached where you want. There is one question I would just like to pick it up because I saw it here. Amisha Kumari Mishra, she asked what are some of the top and best food science universities? I would say that all the applicants should rather focus on the advisors or professors they are going to work with, rather than focusing on the like top universities. The what say the profile of the professors whom under you whom or your advisors under whom you are going to work is of like utmost importance. Like it is very important. It's not the university but the person, the scientist you are going to work with. So please, Amisha, focus on like finding the professor who are working in your field. As Vijay sir said that it's like finding people like those who align with your interests. Okay, so I would say focus on that rather than on the universities.
That's a very important takeaway, Aditya. You have pointed out the most important things which are useful for the participants. And also, thank you so much that you have answered the chat box questions also. So, we can say like mistakes along the way can become a valuable lessons for all of us. Through that, we can grow and also approach our future opportunities with even more confidence. So, my next question, Vijay sir, uh, like one question every aspirant applicant has is like, how do I build a profile that stands out? Like if you were mentoring a student from the first year of their postgraduate program, so what advice you can give them where they have to focus on in the fellowship process?
Thank you. As I said before, the first thing that makes your application stand out is your CGPA, both bachelor's and master's, and also it depends on what kind of scholarship you are looking into. Competitive scholarship, CGPA does really matter a lot. And the second one is research skills that you have. Whatever the instrument that you have learned, that could probably make you stand out in the application process because they might be looking for someone who already has some idea in running that instrument, or maybe someone might be looking for having some people having some specialized sampling protocol they have developed. That could be one of the asset. And also, if you are really good or learned all the statistical, advanced statistical tools, that makes you more stronger than other applicants. So those kind of research skills will make your application more stronger. And also, of course, if you have one or two good publication, that also matters a lot. So if I am supervising a postgraduate student, the first question that I would ask him, what are his future career goals? If he says he want to be a researcher in India, my approach to him will be very different. And if he says his future plans are to do PhD and settle or do become a researcher in abroad for at least for the short time of period, my approach will be different. The approach My approach for people who are interested to do PhD abroad is I would suggest them to learn some of the skills, especially instrumental analysis. That is very important, irrespective of the field that you're working. If you know one of the instrument, then that will become an asset for you. And the second thing that I would ask him is to build his network. I will give my all the contacts that I have abroad, and ask him to follow their papers. I ask him to read their papers, and I ask him to summarize those papers to me, so that based on that, I will give him a research topic, so that keeping that in mind, by the time he finishes his master's, I would be supporting him to get his first publication within 6 months span of period of his master's completion. Then the next step, I would ask him, or I would push him is to apply for the scholarships or ask him to contact the people from my network. And also additional thing that I would give is I will give him a very strong cover letter based on the performance that he did in the master's program. And also I would say that is one way I would probably prepare my student to get a good scholarship in abroad to do any of his studies. That's how I would plan for him.
Thank you so much, sir. It's really true that CGPA and the research skills cover letter, those things were mattering in pursuing higher studies in abroad. Kamali ma'am, would your advice be similar, especially considering your experience in Canada?
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Vijay sir. So one more thing which I would like to add on is volunteering. So being an postgraduate first year student, it's very hard to get work experience or research experience rather than working on their thesis. So it's very important to volunteer in other labs and try to get more skills than what you're actually focused on your thesis. So adding up and gaining more skills is very important too. So volunteering is a key play in Canada, especially because you here the legal age for working is 15 years. So all of the people you're competing with is already having a lot of work experience. So try to get more experience when you're trying to come abroad. And one more very important thing is to not start your application at the final semester. So try planning things for ahead so you get more opportunities from that.
Thank you, ma'am, for like as we can say that trying to get more skill and volunteering is an important goal for the participants also. And moving ahead, behind every successful student, there is often a mentor who actually guided them. And Vijay sir, for many international fellowships, especially PhD programs, identifying and connecting with a potential supervisor is often the first step, sir. From your experience, how important is the role of supervisor in the application process? And what advice would you give to students while approaching potential supervisors?
The supervisor, especially for PhD supervisor, is not going to be your mentor only for your PhD. If you are interested to stay in the research field, he's going to be your mentor for throughout your life because you will get to learn a lot of things from them. And also, your supervisor, why is more important than anything else? Your university doesn't matter much. The project you are doing, to an extent, it matter, but the most important thing according to me is your supervisor, because over the time when you start doing your PhD, you started following up your supervisor. You started adopting his working style. You started adopting the way he thinks. So that's how you usually start becoming a good researcher. So your supervisor is not only a first contact person for you to come to like any of the countries. He will also help you throughout that journey. He will help you to prepare your application. He will help you to let you know if there are any funding opportunities coming for him or coming for the universities. And also if he don't, if he has any other opportunities to take you on board through any other master's program, he will push you for that. So contacting and making a supervisor is one of the most important aspect for a PhD student. And also for me, I came here through one of the very strong network that I had. He was senior lecturer in UK, but I got connected to him through one of my co-supervisor from my master's. I worked with him for 1 year to let him know that I have all the capability to come and do PhD under him. So that's one of the reason whenever you contact any of your supervisor, spend some time on that one. If you want to go and do your PhD or master's under one particular person, or if you are contacting several people, just don't write a blank email saying, I am this, I have done this one, and I'm interested to do this one in your lab. That don't really take you anywhere. The first thing, the thing that I learned with some other people is uh, go to his profile, check his recent publication, what kind of work he's actually doing, extract some information from that one. Based on that one, then write an email. Hi, Professor, this is me, and I have done this something similar. I read this one of your paper that got published recently in this one. I was really impressed the way that you have done this. So I'm really curious and learn something more from this field and would be happy to collaborate and work in the near future. These kind of emails make them to understand you are really curious in their work and you are really interested to work with them. So that's where the first step is contacting them, getting their confidence in you is most critical thing. And then over the time, they will keep pushing you for several things because it's always two ways. After doing PhD, that thing that I understood is it's not only student need a best supervisor, it's also supervisor need a best student. It's always a mutual. A successful project always goes hand in hand. So contacting supervisor is very important, but the way you contact is also very, very important. That's from my own experience. I learned over the time how to draft an email to get an attention of a supervisor because when you're contacting a supervisor, they are not free. They are not sitting and waiting for your email. There are hundreds of emails that comes to their inbox all the day. So if your email is not getting highlighted, not getting their attention, it just goes to their junk emails. So please make sure when you draft an email, spend time there. Really show them you are interested in working with them. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, sir. That was really nice. It is true that a supervisor also needs the best student. Rajkumar, sir, was there someone who inspired or encouraged you at the right moment? As you said already that your guide is the best mentor for you. Can you please explain how he has helped you in a way?
Yeah. Yes. This is a very personal question for me. Uh, yes. So when I was about to complete my master's degree, I had decided that I would not pursue PhD. However, I had a memorable conversation with Dr. Paul Nathaniel. I think some of you may know him. He is alumnus from City. I know Paul sir from school days. He told me like you're a good student. You study well. If you don't do PhD, you will regret it later. And yeah, that conversation kind of led me thinking a lot. And further, my mentor also encouraged me. So I would say their guidance, their encouragement led me to apply for PhD abroad. And yeah, here I am. So I am always grateful for yeah Paul sir and my mentor. Because of them, I'm doing PhD now.
Thank you, sir. We are really true happy that you have shared the most of the practical insights. I'm sure many of our participants are already thinking of the supervisors who have supported them. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. All of you have experienced research environments in different countries. So, Nikhil, which is one of the research culture abroad that has impressed you the most and that you would love to see adopted more widely?
Yep. Okay, this is actually a good question. So, so the research culture here is like completely different because we would have research labs here. So there are like a lot of master students and PhD students working under a professor, working under different projects. So these projects might be from either USDA or some other different Department of Agriculture or some other aspects. So here there will be like a lot of people working in different projects, and most of the time, so when you initially start doing a research, you still need to do a lot of literature review, and you need to like figure out what type of instruments you need to learn and what type of data you're going to collect and how you're going to do the data analysis and how you're going to come up with some good idea. So there are a lot of aspects, so which maybe which you won't learn by yourself. So when you are working with some other persons in the same lab, so a PhD student, a third year PhD student or a fourth year PhD student might have a lot of knowledge on how you can like work this project, and how you can collect your data. And if you don't know any instrument, so they are going to like sit with you, and just they're going to teach you like this is the way like you need to learn about the instrument. And they're going to like try to like when there is a good lab environment, so most of your seniors will sit with you and they will like spoon feed you in every aspect, so that you will learn with them and eventually you will grow with them. So that's the main thing I really liked here in the US. And this is actually really a good thing. So the one thing I have learned in my masters to like working with the people. So uh, working with the different projects, even though if you are not interested, if you don't know about the project also, like you are going to work with them and you're going to learn about different aspects. And that will be like really helpful for you to come here and adapt that particular type of environment, so that you can learn about different areas and work on. That's it. Thank
That,
you.
that's that's very like a helpful kind of thing. And seeing the research environment contradiction from here. Thank you, Nikhil, for sharing your insights. And Shiva sir, how would you describe your research environment, sir?
Sure. Like, uh, research is, I mean, research, especially in Japan, is more practically oriented. Like, curriculum is not given much importance here. Like, it is not spoon-fed, to be frank. Like, it's our own responsibility to cover all the, I mean, theoretical knowledges which is required for the research. And the entire period, like if a period of 3 years is given, so those 3 years is completely allocated for the research work. It's not like 1 year for curriculum and the rest for the research. So people get ample amount of time for conducting their experiments properly. And what we can adapt is like, so it's very common, like we all know that this is what required for a research, and we can remove all the unnecessaries, so that people focuses only on research and complete it on time, that we can adapt in India. That may be much better. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The time wholly dedicated to research is very much helpful for the students. Aditya, sir, from your experience in Thailand, what was the research experience?
I would say, like, for me, the biggest highlight has been the research environment, or you can say, the lab environment. The labs are well organized, the facilities are excellent, and like you have access to all the resources, all the parameters you want to do, all the like normally what happens in like in the colleges I have been, we have to outsource the parameters like FTIR, basic parameters, basic instruments we don't have access to them. But here the access is much easier. We ourselves get the chance to operate FTIR. Okay, we get to operate other like GCMS and all the machineries. Okay, so it's much easier to carry out the quality research while having the control. Another thing that really impressed me, like apart from academic and all, I would say in Thailand is the native people. Like they are very welcoming, humble, respectful, and I would say as an international student, it has made settling into a new country much easier. It's like overall the experience has been good, but I would say that it's the academic environment here is far better. Like it's really a very great experience till now. So yeah, thank you. One more thing, I would like to thank ICR and CIFE for giving me this chance to be here today. Like the past year, like the last time when it happened, I was on the other side. Like I was one of the students seeking the advices from the speakers. But it feels like it's a personal, what's a milestone for me to be here guiding other or helping other students so that they can also like they can also cross the boundary and they can come over here. So thank you so much.
Yes, Aditya, what you said was 100% true. Thank you for that. So, moving on to our next question, Amrita, I would like to ask that can you share your journey to Japan, how it began? Because you are already a PhD scholar in India, So was that an advantage when you apply any opportunities in Japan, or did you face any challenges because of it?
Yes. Yes, I'm still a PhD student enrolled in CAFE. So I'm doing a part of my PhD research now in Japan. So it began when my supervisor recommended me that there is such an opportunity abroad and it's like for 1 year. So based on that, so we framed the proposal and we got in contact with the professor here. And then, yes, just like that, I made the proposal and then he communicated the proposal. So finally, we submitted it in the embassy and we like it got accepted after the screening. So that's how I got the fellowship now. So it's been 4 months since I came here to Japan, and actually, quite I didn't face any difficulties when I applied. Um, but I would encourage the students if they can apply by the end of their coursework, like by the end of the PhD first year, like if they can propose the synopsis, like the whole research work, which would be focusing here, not just like me, like a part. If their whole work would be here, complete work to be carried out in the Japanese lab, it would be quite useful and more beneficial than doing a part up here and part in India. Uh, Yes, and one culture which fascinates about me here in Japanese lab is that so they have a progress report every week. So you got to tell the progress which you did the week. And so it's like once you do that, you would get to know all the people in the lab, like in which aspect they are working and what is going actually in the lab. So you get to know all the people and all their research work. I think it lacks in India. So you will be working only on your thing and you would get to know what your batchmate is working only by the end of the degree submission or dissertation submission. And yes, I think that fascinates me about the Japan, and I quite didn't face any difficulties. And I would encourage the students to apply by the end of their coursework. Like they should start, like begin the process at the beginning of their PhD work, and they can apply by the end of the coursework so that they like their coursework is covered, but still they can do their whole research in Japan. So it's I think maybe for 2027 academic year, the calls will be opening by March. So yes, so they can start by December, by the end of this year. So December 2026, if they can get in contact with the professor and make a proposal in that thing, I think it would be a huge help to the students. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Amrita. Really, you have shared your journey. I think most of the participants who are listening today definitely will follow your path if they are interested. I remember a quote that success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out by Robert Collier. And today's panel has shown us exactly how, like preparation, persistence, and purpose can create an extraordinary opportunities.
Absolutely, Shravani. These experiences truly show the possibilities available beyond borders. And now we would like to hear from our participants. Which fellowship or which country has motivated you the most during today's session? Drop your answers in the chat box. So we are still waiting. Thank you for your responses.
Yeah, we could see a different range of countries. Thank you for response from all the participants. And also, I would like to thank all our distinguished speakers. We had a very wonderful discussion covering everything from like building a strong profile and also finding the right mentors to adopting new culture and also exploring the global opportunities. Dear participants, if you have any questions to ask any of our speakers, Please continue posting them in the chat box along with your name. Our team is compiling them for the interactive question and answer session. Before that, we have another interesting segment.
We have just had the opportunity to hear inspiring experiences from our panel members who shared their fellowship journeys from different parts of the world. Having looked at the global fellowship landscape, let us now explore some of the most prestigious fellowship and scholarship opportunities available for Indian students as well as foreign students who aspire to pursue higher education and research in Eastern countries.
The first fellowship that we are going to discuss today is His Majesty the King's Scholarship for Doctoral Program, and it is offered by Thailand to the Asian Institute of Technology. It is a fully funded fellowship for PhD scholars, and this fellowship provides a leaving bursary of approximately 17,600 US dollar per year, along with full tuition fee coverage, health, accident, and liability insurance. Research and conference support and other academic benefits are also included in it. And the application portal generally opens in October, and the application deadline is around March every year.
Here comes our next fellowship, Her Majesty the Queen's Fellowship, which is offered by Thailand through the Asian Institute of Technology, which is a fully funded scholarship for the master's students. It will provide full tuition fee coverage, on-campus accommodation, and also a living bursary. The exact monthly stipend is not specified by the country. The application portal, it generally opens from October to November, and application deadline is usually end of March every year.
Further continuing it, the next scholarship is the Japanese government's Mixed Scholarship for Research Students by Japan. It is a fully funded scholarship for master's and PhD students, and the scholarship provides a monthly stipend equivalent to approximately 15,200 to 19,000 US dollars per year, along with full tuition fee waiver, round-trip airfare, and comprehensive support for living expenses. The application process generally opens in April, and the deadline usually falls in May or June, depending on the Japanese embassy in each country.
Next fellowship is the Singapore International Graduate Award, also known as SINGA. It is offered by Singapore, and it is a fully funded PhD scholarship for international students. The scholarship actually provides a monthly stipend of approximately 2,100 to 2,500 US dollar. It covers full tuition fee coverage and a one-time airfare grant and a settling in allowance. The application portal generally opens in August-September for January intake and December-January for the August intake, with deadlines in December and June respectively every year.
Here comes our next fellowship, that is NTU Research Scholarship, which is offered by Singapore through Nanyang Technological University, which is a fully funded scholarship for both masters and also the PhD students. The scholarship provides a monthly stipend of 2,300 US dollars per month with a full tuition fee coverage and also the additional research support. Application portal usually opens in November, and deadline is usually end of January every year.
And the next fellowship that I'm going to discuss is the Malaysian Technical Cooperation Program Scholarship, offered by Malaysia. It is also a fully funded scholarship for postgraduate students, and it provides a monthly stipend of approximately 800 US dollars, along with full tuition fee support and other academic benefits. The application portal generally opens in May, and the deadline is usually June every year.
The next scholarship is the Government of Ireland International Education Scholarship, offered by Ireland. It is a fully funded scholarship for master's, PhD, and postdoctoral students too. The scholarship provides a stipend of approximately 11,800 US dollar per year, and along with tuition fee waiver, it also includes other institutional benefits. The application portal generally opens in December, and the deadline is March every year.
The next fellowship is Icelandic Research Fund, IRF Granis, which is offered by Ireland. It is also a fully funded research fellowship for doctoral, postdoctoral, and also research project applicants. Depending on the grant category, the fellowship provides funding of approximately US dollars 23,800 to 1,63,000, covering research expenses, project costs, and also the institutional support. Application portal of this fellowship usually opens in September and the deadline is October of every year.
And the next fellowship is the Resilient and Just Systems Doctoral Project, offered by Finland through the University of Helsinki. It is also a fully funded doctoral fellowship. This fellowship provides a monthly gross stipend of approximately $3,400 along with full employment benefits and research support. And the application portal generally opens in April and the deadline is the end of August every year.
The next fellowship that I'm going to discuss is the Wageningen University Excellence Program. It is offered by Netherlands, and it is a fully funded scholarship for outstanding master's student. The scholarship is valued at approximately $25,800 per year. It includes the tuition fees and major study expenses, and the application portal generally opens in November, and the deadline is February every year.
Here comes next fellowship. Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Degree in Aquaculture, Environment and Society, which is offered by France, United Kingdom and Greece. It is also a fully funded master's scholarship, and the scholarship provides a monthly stipend of approximately $1,600 along with full tuition fee, travel support, institutional allowance, and also the health insurance. Application portal usually opens in October and deadline is usually January of every year.
And the next is Chinese government scholarship offered by China through the China Scholarship Council. It is a fully funded scholarship for master's and PhD students, and this scholarship provides a monthly stipend of approximately $420 to $490 along with full tuition fee coverage, accommodation, and comprehensive medical insurance. The application portal generally opens in November, and the deadline generally falls between February and April, depending on the university.
And the next fellowship is the Stipendium Hungaricum Scholarship Program offered by Hungary. It is also a fully funded scholarship for all bachelor's, master's, and also the PhD students. The scholarship will provide a monthly stipend of $125 for master students, along with the full tuition fee waiver, accommodation support, and also the medical insurance. Application portal of this fellowship opens in November, and deadline is usually mid of January every year.
And the next is UAEU Graduate Assistantship offered by the United Arab Emirates through United Arab Emirates University. It is also a fully funded graduate assistantship for masters and PhD students. And the assistantship provides a monthly stipend of approximately $1,500 together with full tuition fee coverage, research opportunities, and academic support. And the application portal generally opens in October, and the deadline usually falls in April every year.
Other notable fellowships, besides these major fellowships available for international students across the Eastern countries, includes the Foreign Government Fellowships, Global Korea Scholarship, Taiwan International Graduate Program Fellowship, Brunei Darussalam Government Scholarship, Hong Kong PhD Fellowship Scheme, and several foundation scholarships are also available for students, like the Scholarship by Hong Kong and Japan. Major universities also offer fully funded research assistantship, which include the National University of Singapore, Peking University in China, Seoul University in South Korea, and the Chinese University of Hong Kong. Students should regularly explore official university websites and scholarship portal, as many of these programs announces new opportunities every year.
So, in conclusion, I would say that international scholarships and fellowships are much more than financial supports. They are the pathway to world-class education, advanced research, global exposure, and lifelong professional networks. Success in securing these opportunities depends on your early planning, academic excellence, and a strong research profile, and also a well-prepared application. As I always say, global opportunities are waiting for you. Take the first step towards them. So, to conclude this section, I would like to invite our team of researchers, Mr. Damaram, to share a few words and provide their expert perspectives on these fellowship opportunities. They have extensively researched and compiled the information of these fellowship programs which are available abroad. They'll be sharing the summarized overview of all the fellowship. So, Mr. Damaram, it's over to you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Lamaram, fellowship analyst. First of all, I would like to thank your moderator and speakers for such an informative session. Instead of repeating the fellowship detail, I would like to share two key insights from my analysis of this opportunity. One of the most encouraging observations is that strong countries have rapidly emerged global centers for higher education and research. For integrated event, opportunity are completely limited, but programs such as next executive scholarship for integrated students and global Korea scholarship and some government sponsored scholarship provide excellent pathways for international education. For masters and PhD students, programs such as Max, Global Korea Scholarship, Taiwan International Graduate Program, the Hong Kong PhD Fellowship, and Singapore International Graduate Award and the university funded research system for some of the most competitive funding, advanced research facility and academic access. During my analysis, I found that almost every program emphasizes academic excellence, research potential, English language fluency, and a well-prepared statement of purpose and research proposal. Students should not prepare this scholarship only by stipend, but also by supervisor quality, laboratory facilities, research environment, and a long-term career perspective. Understanding the application process, eligibility criteria, and university-specific requirement is equally important for a successful application. Finally, early preparation, strategic planning, and selecting a fellowship that generally aligns with your research interests are the key to your success. I hope this observation made a clear perspective and help students make informed decisions while planning their international academic and research. I wish you all participants and very much for their future academic and research journey. Thank you once again, moderators, speakers, and participants.
Thank you, Mr. Damaram, and thank you to your team for your valuable insights and expert perspectives. We sincerely appreciate your contribution. Any queries related to this presentation is also welcome. Please post in the chat. We hope this discussion has inspired you and provided valuable guidance for your future academic journey. With this, we'll now move on to the question and answer session. It's wonderful to see such an enthusiastic response from all our participants. We have received a large number of questions from you. Those were thoughtful and interesting, which reflects your keen interest that everyone has in pursuing international academic opportunities. Let's begin with the first question. It's from Abhay Bamania, that he's saying that he has a master's degree and ASRB net in aquaculture and currently working as a JRF, but he's looking for PhD position or any other research opportunities abroad. How should he approach and what should he do? Any guidance from our mentors, from our speakers?
I request any of our speakers to kindly respond for this question. Shiva, could you please provide your insights on this question?
Yes. CGPA in general, many of the international universities, they just consider CGPA as a qualifying factor, and they don't entirely prioritize CGPA as the prime criteria for scrutinizing any student.
Okay.
And specifically, many countries give research experience and work experience as their priorities for selecting a student. So you can give a trial for any scholarship, hoping that you have a strong research profile. That's what I feel to share here.
Yeah, thank you, Shiva. Thank you for sharing your insights. So now we'll move on to our next question. It is by Meryl. She want to ask that what are the career opportunities abroad in fisheries resource management that doesn't require a PhD? Please explain the opportunities besides PhD and the skills and any certifications or experience that will help us. So how to exactly do volunteering and skill building as master's student? So I would like to ask this question to Nikhil. Nikhil, please provide your insights for this question.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. So I have done my master's in fisheries resource management. So doing a master's in fisheries resource management and not doing a PhD and getting working in abroad. So that's really a good question actually. So I would say that uh, work on some certifications like sustainability certifications which are provided by FAO and some other um, uh, I'm not quite remembering the certifications, but if you are working on that particular certifications which are available in either an um, there are like different platforms to learn. So after working on these certifications, you can like uh, try to see which type of area you are interested in working in abroad, and after that you can work on your application, and later you can find the particular right job, and after that you need to work on your other aspects. So this will like help you in aligning your career to the particular job, and after that you can apply. You can uh, contact the
Yes, Nikhil.
particular. Yeah, you can contact the company or the job provider, and then you can like move on with the other process.
We got it, Nikhil. Thank you for your response. And the next question is from Amulya. She's asking like whether one scholar can draw two or more scholarships at one go. I would like to ask this from Amrita ma'am.
In my case, actually, currently I'm receiving only one, the one which I'm getting from Japanese government, the JST. Like my program is funded by the JST, so I'm getting only one at a time. Like the Indian system debars getting two fellowships at a time. So currently I'm not getting the financial funding from the Indian Institute like CAFE, but I'm getting it only from JST. So I think it's not possible to get two fellowships at a time, but I'm not sure because in my case, I'm not getting it. That's it. But I'm not
So,
sure about
like
yes.
on this question, I would like the answers of all other panel members. What are your views on this?
So in my case, I had, oh, sorry.
Yes, please,
Please
ma'am.
go ahead, ma'am.
Please go ahead.
So in my case, I had the graduate research assistantship scholarship. So this is partially funded from my research assistantship. So I worked as a teaching assistant, and as well as remaining funds have been topped up from a university. So in addition to that, I was able to apply for Alberta Graduate Excellence Scholarship, which is an additional thing. So in some cases, you are accepted to have two scholarships, but I'm not sure for every country if that is possible.
Yeah, I can like share some insights in this. So here, when I initially when I applied for GRA, so this is a graduate research assistantship. So you will be like getting a fully funded scholarship, and you will be able to work in a lab. And after that, you can also like apply for the department scholarship. So this will be like partially funded for each semester, and every year when they drop out the department scholarship, you can like apply for that, and you can get like two scholarships at the same time.
I would say you can get two scholarship, but usually when if anyone secure a PhD scholarship, it's already fully funded. So it includes two aspects. One, they cover your tuition fees, which is a lot in Australia, US, UK, Canada, and other European countries. And the second one, they give you a stipend from another scholarship. That usually happens. Uh, and also, once you are doing PhD, you have the opportunity to get some top of scholarship. So that will be given by university. That might go from few $1,000s per year. Not a lot, but few $1,000s per year. But usually they are very competitive, and they are like hundred or thousand people will be fighting for one type of scholarship. But yeah, but the scholarship that you usually get for PhD is when it is fully funded, it's more than enough for your living expenses, and also don't have to worry about any tuition fees and research expenses that you do in the lab.
So, like Shiva sir was also adding up to this. So, I request Shiva sir, please share your view.
No. Oh, yeah. Actually, just I agree with the other speakers. Just like other scholarships, Next also has the same criteria. Like, they have a bar for earning a particular scale of amount per month. Like, if we are enrolling in any other activities which crosses the, I mean, net income, so they don't entertain us. So it is no for Next in Japan.
So, thank you, sir. And those were really extremely valuable suggestions from all our panel members. And it has been a wonderful to see so many insightful questions from our participants also today. Please don't worry if your question was not addressed. We will collect responses from our panelist members and for the remaining questions. And our organizing team will compile them and share them with all the participants through email. Once again, a big thank you to all our panelists for their time and guidance, and to all our participants for making this session so interactive and engaging.
Exactly, Mahesh. We want to say a big thank you to our wonderful speakers. Your helpful information has shown us many great scholarship opportunities for Indian students in Eastern countries. You made everything easy to understand. We also want to thank all the participants. Your great questions made this talk very interesting and useful. We hope these ideas help you plan your studies abroad and reach your goals. Before we conclude today's session, I would like to request all our esteemed speakers to kindly turn on your cameras so that we can take a group photograph together. We would also be delighted if all participants could switch on their cameras and join us for the group photo. It's wonderful to see participants are also want to join in our group photo.
We are very happy to see all of you.
Thank you, everyone. As a part of conference, we now move on to our second theme, Study in India, which will begin shortly. This session will be coordinated by our next team of student moderators who will take you through the exciting opportunities that India offers for international students. And some of these fellowships which are available for foreign students to study in India is also applicable for the Indian students to study abroad in some countries such as Singapore, Malaysia, or Myanmar, etc. So I request every participant to take use of this session and stay tuned with us. We'll back in few minutes. And one more thing, the feedback form will be shared at the end of second theme. So we request everyone to fill the form very carefully as e-certificates will be issued based on the details provided. We'll return with another exciting session. Stay connected with us. Thank you and Dhanyavad.
A very warm good morning to our respected speakers, researchers, delegates, students, and participants joining us from different parts of the world. I am Karthik, a PG scholar at ICAR-CIFE, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the day 2 of the International Students Conference 2.0.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Smita Bayan, and I'm also a PG scholar at ICAR-CIFE. And it is a pleasure to be a part of today's program.
Hi there, I'm Ashpal Manu, a PhD scholar at ICAR-CIFE. A warm welcome to everyone from my side as well.
Yesterday, our sessions focused mainly on the experiences of international students from Western regions. Our speakers from Western countries gave valuable insights into their journeys, the challenges they faced, and the opportunities they discovered while pursuing higher education in India.
Exactly, Kartik. We heard inspiring experiences from Dr. Femi John Fawale, Dr. Abu Bakr Usman, Dr. Amatayo Komolafe, Mr. Abid Nasir Maulin Abdullahi, and Dr. Celestine Defoe. We also had an informative presentation on several important and lesser known fellowship opportunities available to international students.
Yes, indeed. Yesterday's sessions gave our participants both inspiration and practical information. And today, we are turning our spotlight towards our immediate neighbors and eastern countries of the global partners, particularly Myanmar, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Sri Lanka.
Our panelists will share their experiences of applying to Indian institutions, adjusting to a new academic and cultural environment, managing fellowships, and building their lives as international students in India.
Yes, of course, Rupasmita. In addition to the panel discussion, we will also have a special presentation on the fellowship programs and educational pathways available to the students from Eastern, SAARC, and Asian countries.
That sounds fascinating. So, without any further delay, let's begin by welcoming our distinguished panelists for day 2.
It is my pleasure to introduce our first panelist from Myanmar. She is Ms. Nimari. She is awarded with prestigious Asian Fellowship to pursue her Master of Fisheries Science in Fisheries Resource Management at ICAR-CIFE, Mumbai. Welcome to the panel, Ms. Nimari.
Joining her from Myanmar is Mr. Heen Tate. He is also awarded with the prestigious Asian Fellowship and currently he is pursuing a Master of Science in Ecology and Environment Studies at Nalanda University, Rajgir, Bihar. A very warm welcome to you, Mr. Heen Tate.
Moving now to Bangladesh, we are pleased to welcome Mr. Sri Amrita Kumar. He got the prestigious Subarna Jayanti Scholarship to pursue a Bachelor of Fisheries Science at CCS Haryana Agricultural University, Hisar. Welcome to the panel, Mr. Amrita.
And representing Bangladesh alongside Amrito is Mr. Mohammad Shaheen Alam Shaheen. He is also awarded with Subarna Jayanti Scholarship and is currently pursuing his Bachelor of Science in Agriculture from CCS Haryana Agricultural University in Hisar. It is wonderful to have you with us today, Mr. Shaheen.
Next, representing Nepal, we are honored to welcome Dr. Karan Singh Dhami. It is inspiring to know he is awarded with the Nepal Aid Fund and Netaji Subhash ICAR International Fellowship to pursue his bachelor's, master's, and doctoral studies at our allied institute, ICAR Indian Agriculture Research Institute, New Delhi. A very warm welcome to you, Dr. Dhami.
And finally, representing the beautiful nation of Sri Lanka, we have Dr. K.K. Taraga Nuwanshi, who is awarded with the prestigious ICCR Scholarship and ICR International Fellowship to complete her Master of Fisheries Science and Doctorate of Philosophy in Aquaculture at ICAR-CIFE, Mumbai. A heartiest welcome to you, Nuwanshi ma'am.
Before we dive into our interactions, a quick reminder to our audience. For any queries you might have during the session, please feel free to write your questions in the chat box with the speaker name and our team will address them. So let us now begin the panel discussion.
Yes, Rupasmita. And in this session, our discussion will focus on the academic, administrative, financial, and cultural realities of studying in India.
Yeah, so we'll start the panel discussion. So here we'll be interacting with each of the panelists. Let's start with Ms. Nimai, ma'am. Ms. Nimai, Looking back at your application and relocation journey, what challenges did you face while completing the scholarship, admission, visa, medical, and travel procedures? And what advice would you like to give to the future applicants?
Miss Nemari, ma'am.
Ma'am, kindly unmute. Ma'am, can you kindly unmute?
I
Good
think
morning. Good morning, everyone. I am Namae. I come from Myanmar, currently pursuing my master degree in fishery resource management and the ICAR International Fellowship. Coming to the question, looking back, I faced few challenges regarding my documents and visa, as I was a full-time employee as a fisheries officer in Myanmar, and other formalities needed to be managed in a short time. So, my advice for the fellow student is to start the process early and follow the instructions carefully. Keep all your documents organized and believe in yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Nimari. That was very practical advice, isn't it?
absolutely, Rupasmita. Ma'am told about the visa process and to organize the documents and start early. And let's move to the our next panelist. So our next question will be for Mr. Hintate. Hintate, what motivated you to choose India for your higher studies in ecology and environment studies?
Hello everyone. Good morning. I'm Hay. I'm currently currently in Chennai, but I'm studying in Nalanda University for Master of Science in Ecology and Environment Studies. Why I choose to India and why I choose this subject? Because India is a close neighbor with Myanmar, and I want to learn more about history, cultures, because everything is mostly connected and similar. And the subject that offered at the Nalanda University is something that I wanted to learn, such as remote sensing and GIS and also SCA. So it fit my needs, and so I chose this subject for the India. And also Nalanda University offer various kind of scholarship, and got the scholarship to study in India. So it's a good thing that I can study in India. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Actually, you seem to be outward learning to focusing on learning the culture of other country, and also you're seeming to be interested in QGIS and remote sensing. It's great to hear, sir.
Yes, you correctly mentioned. Now let us move to Mr. Mohammad Shaheen Alam Shaheen. Shaheen, staying in Haryana would have been a different experience for you, right? Like you were exposed to new food, new culture, and a different weather. So how did you adjust to all of this?
So, good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Good
Shaheen.
morning.
Actually, coming from Bangladesh to Haryana, it's a big chance for me because everything is different, like food, culture, and weather also. Because in Bangladesh, I stay in Dhaka. Here, temperature is around in summer season. Temperature is around uh, maximum 36 to 38. But in Haryana, in summer season, it's above 40 degrees Celsius. It was very difficult for me. After that, I talked with my seniors. I talked with my friends who suggested me to adapt technologies that help me to adapt weather. And if I talked about food, and in Bangladesh, usually we eat used to eat rice and fish every day. But in Haryana, the maximum food is wheat based, like paneer, chapati, these things. And I was very like feel tension that how can I survive here. After that, I make many friends, and there is in our university there is many international students, and they also told me that we have to adjust because we have to survive here. After that, the another thing is we in our university there is many hostels, and their food system is different, and our hostel management system is different. In our hostel, we manage our mess ourselves so that we can bring changes menus for a food menus so that it helped me to adapt there. Thank you.
Thank you, Shaheen. It is encouraging to hear from you how you adapted to your new surroundings.
Exactly, Karthik, and especially how they adapt, how they change the hostel menu according to the international students. It will also make a major difference for the international students to adapt to the current environment. So, building on that point, our next question is for Mr. Amrito. We believe that a good support system is important for every international student. So, Amrito, how did you build friendships and work effectively with other Indian classmates, teachers, and academic groups?
Okay. Good morning to all of you, sir and ma'am.
Good morning, Amrito.
So thank you to giving me an opportunity. So I would like to talk about how to build a friendship and work effectively with my Indian classmates and teachers and academic groups. First of all, when I arrived in India and I introduced myself and they are also introduced to me, and then we are each other participate in the class events and participate to classroom all.
Shaheen, I think your mic is unmuted. Yes, Amrito, please continue.
And then I talk about our culture, their culture, and Indian culture. We are discussing Indian culture about food and the environment, how to we management here, and in our environment and climate changing. We are talking about our farming, about fish farming and other things, and we are making this good relationship with my classmates and teachers. We are making a good relationship with teachers by the class in class where asking a good question and interact with the teachers in the theory and practical classes, and it's making a good relationship with the teachers and the academic groups. We got uh, golden opportunities because in Indian good academic and sorry good academic and the in Indian foods, and they are more of extremely sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, sir. That's great to hear from you that how you adapted to the new environment. Believe me, it is not really easy for any of them to come out of their comfort zone and socialize with some other culture and other country. So you guys are really resilient to handle these situations. Thank you, sir, for sharing your views.
Okay, thank you so much.
Rightly said, Ashwell. So let us now turn to Dr. Karan Singh Dhami. Dr. Dhami, you completed your bachelor's, master's, and doctoral education in India. Looking back on this long academic journey, we really want to hear from you that what was your most meaningful academic or personal achievement?
Thank you. Good morning and namaste to everyone. Thank you for your invitation as a speaker. It's my pleasure to share my experience with you all. So for academic journey, I did my master's, bachelor, master's and PhD in India only through different scholarships. So for academic achievements, I got opportunity to study in good institute, good university at India, like Allahabad Agriculture University for bachelor and ICR, IARI, Indian Agriculture Research Institute, New Delhi, for master's and PhD with prestigious scholarship also. So I got to come with the interaction with different professors who are world renowned in IRI, from IRI. So they had a good research experience, or their I got to interact. I got to have like mentorship under them. So that was a great achievement for me regarding publication also, and research, regarding research also, and personal achievements for Nepalese student, like the environment in India, mostly northern part, is similar with the Nepalese environment. So like culture will be similar, and fooding will be similar. So for personal achievement, I got chance with different people, like different students from different states, from south, north, east, west. So we had a good like connection during study also, because the culture, the fooding habit was similar. So there was a close contact. So we used to have a different programs, like together, like celebrating different culture also, like Holi, Dasera, Diwali, all those. So that was a good achievements for me, and still I had a good connection with them also, because during research also, like in profession also, we are still in connection, and we share different our experience in my experience in Nepal during, here, and they also share their experience. So during this 10 years stay in India, I had a good connection with the scientists, my professors, and now again the students, and now again the juniors. So that was a great time in India. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Those were very valuable recommendations. Now, in this segment, our final question will be for Dr. Nuwanshi. Ma'am, before coming to Mumbai, what did you expect life and education in India to be like? And what was the biggest difference between your expectations and your actual experience in India?
First of all, I would like to thank you, the International Student Conference 2026 organizing committee. Currently, I'm work as a senior lecturer, Ocean University of Sri Lanka, after studying in India. Coming to your question, before coming to Mumbai, I expected India to provide a high standard of education and a rich cultural experience in India. So I knew that studying at the Central Institute of Fisheries Education, CIFE, would be academically challenging, because all over the India, best students selected for that institute. So it was very challenging to study with them. But I was also hopeful that it would help me to grow both professionally and personally. Uh, I would like to say, in reality, my experience was even more rewarding than I had imagined. There was no major difference between my expectations and actual experience, because CIFE truly lived up its reputation. I would like to say that the academic staff, especially I need to mention my guide, Dr. Ajit Kumar Verma, and all the CIFE academic staff members, all are highly knowledgeable, approachable, and always willing to guide and support us throughout our entire study period. Their encouragement and dedication played a significant role in our study journey. And sorry, and I will always remain grateful for their tremendous support throughout our study period. And I would like to say one of my most memorable aspects of my time spending at CIFE, that is the friendship and the unity among our colleagues. Life at the institute was demanding, with regular quizzes, sometimes midterm examinations, semester end examinations, field visits, practical trainings, and research activities. However, my friends were always there to help overcome every challenges here, and we studied together, share our knowledge, support each other, and celebrated each our achievements like that. Their spirit of teamwork and willingness to help made even the most difficult moment in CIFE enjoyable. Uh, One more thing I need to add beyond the academics, my family and I had wonderful experience living in Mumbai with the help of my supervisors and my colleagues and all the Indian um, people. My colleagues warmly welcomed us and made us feel at home, India. Together, we explored many places what we need to see, and celebrated festivals, shared meals, and create unforgettable memories each other. These experience actually allowed us to appreciate India culture, hospitality, and big diversity. Uh, when I looking back today, even when I think about my past years I have spent in India, I feel deep sense of happiness and fully gratitude. The memories created in CIFE, the friendships I have built, and the invaluable knowledge gained the institute and the staff members and experiences I gain continue to inspire me in both my professional and personal life. My time at CIFE was truly one of the most significant and unforgettable milestone of my entire life. So thank you, CIFE, uh, for entire
Yes.
work you have done for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Those were very positive words, and I hope these your words will motivate more students to come to India and especially to the CIFE for their higher studies. Thank you, ma'am.
We have heard so many
Welcome.
inspiring experiences and practical insights. We are really enlightened. Now it's time to know from our panelists beyond their academics. So we'll have a quick rapid fire round. Are you both ready for this?
Absolutely, Esther.
Let's go for it.
I have been waiting for this. So, are our speakers ready for the rapid fire round? Hello, speakers. Are you ready for this round?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so here is a note to the speakers. You don't have to think too much. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind, maybe in a one word or one sentence. So let's begin. First, coming to Miss Nimari, which Hindi or local language word do you find yourself using the most?
Namaste.
Namaste.
Haseo.
Okay, namaste.
Kamsahamnida. Thank you.
Now let us ask Hinted. So, Hinted, what is your absolute go-to Indian street food or comfort dish?
My absolute go-to Indian street food might be dosa and puri. I like to eat in the morning. Also, like it's very good for the breakfast because we also have like similar kind of. We also have dosa and puri in our country because the culture and the food is very connected um, from the historical connections. I like
Actually,
it very much.
dosa is my favorite too.
As a South Indian, I can also connect it to. So now let's move on to Dr. Nuanshi, ma'am. Ma'am, do you find India safe for foreigners and especially for women?
Yes, based on my personal experience, I found India and especially the CIFE premises to be very safe place for international students, including women. Before coming to India, my Sri Lankan senior students also advised me. They told me that is a very safe place and welcoming all the international students. After arriving, I realized their advice, and it was absolutely true. Personally, I never experienced any situation that made me feel unsafe in the CIFE premises. And also, in fact, my appearance is quite similar to that of many South Indian women. So people really recognize me as an Indian. What impressed me the most, even my African friends who lived with their families in CIFE, Those also mentioned that they also had very nice experience, safe environment in throughout the life in the CIFE. That's all.
Thank you, ma'am, actually, for your honest opinion on this. I'm sure that this will encourage many aspiring students and especially women students.
Now coming to Shaheen. Shaheen, how did you come to know about studying in India?
Thank you. Actually, I am interested on agriculture because I belong to farmers family. After that, I was looking for opportunities in agriculture in abroad. So after that, during my search, I found the Indian government offered a prestigious scholarship. After that, I applied that scholarship for agriculture, and finally they selected me and. After that, I chose India because India offered a standard education, quality education, and research-based education. Uh, so that's it.
That's good to know, Shaheen.
Okay, so Dr. Dhami, how will you sum up your entire study in India journey in one sentence?
In some, the stay in India is like memorable for me since the people, the environment, and the institute I studied for 6 years. Those are memorable.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
So now coming to Amrito. Amrito, what is the one thing that you take pride in about your decision to study in India?
Okay. Thank you. So I am the greatest pride of these things because I got the ICCR scholarship in India. It's very helpful for the students because it changed my life. This region of this culture experience, and I got the experience of the education, the practical skill from my teachers and my college also. And I am getting international friends, and I'm getting a very different state friends, food, and everything. For everything, I got a golden opportunity in ICCR scholarship from India government. So thank you for this, and thank you to all of you and ICAR-CIFE.
Really inspiring, and thank you, Amrito. So this round was absolutely incredible, right, Karthik?
Absolutely, Ashpal. And a big round of applause to all our panelists for being such wonderful sports. And with that, let's move to the final academic session. And after this session, I request speakers to be with us to solve the queries of the participants. Yesterday, you were introduced to several general and lesser known fellowship opportunities. Today, we will explore country specific funding structures, bilateral programs, and specialized scholarship opportunities. Before I begin, how many of you have considered studying in India or researching in India, but you were unsure about your fundings? That question always lies in your mind. I hope to reduce that uncertainty today. We will introduce 12 opportunities for students and researchers from Eastern countries. Do not try to memorize every figure. Notice four things: eligibility, study level, financial support, and application route. So now let us begin with Bangladesh.
The first opportunity is the Subarna Jayanti Scholarship Scheme for Nationals of Bangladesh, jointly supported by ICCR and the Ministry of External Affairs. With 500 slots, this is one of the largest country-specific schemes in the presentation. It supports UG, PG, and PhD study. Applicants need the relevant 10 plus to science subjects, while PhD candidates submit a research synopsis. The age range shown is 18 to 35 for UG and PG and up to 40 for PhD. The scheme is fully funded. Tuition is waived. Monthly stipends are 18,000 for UG, 20,000 for PG, and 22,000 for PhD. And accommodation, medical, and travel support are indicated. Applications generally run through the ICCR A2A portal from February to April. So prepare your passport, transcripts, medical certificate, and research proposal early.
The second fellowship is the Nehru Memorial Scholarship Scheme for Nationals of Sri Lanka. Unlike the previous scheme, this one is specifically for undergraduate education and offers 60 slots. Applicants should have completed 10+2 with the required science subjects and generally be 18 to 35 years old. The award includes tuition and undergraduate stipend of rupees 18,000 per month, accommodation, medical coverage, and return travel assistance. Applications use the ICCR A2A portal usually from February to April, and for Sri Lankan school leavers, this can be a direct pathway from higher secondary education into an Indian university.
Our third opportunity is the Sushma Swaraj Silver Jubilee Scholarship Scheme for Nationals of Nepal. This scheme focuses on postgraduate and doctoral education with 64 slots. PG study lasts 2 years and a PhD 3 to 5 years. The age limit zone is 35 for PG and 40 for PhD. Doctoral applicants need a research synopsis. However, supervisor acceptance is optional. Support includes tuition waiver, monthly stipends of rupees 20,000 for PG and 22,000 for PhD, accommodation or HRA, thesis, research assistance, and travel return. The application window will be between February to April.
The fourth fellowship is the Kushal Bakula Rinpoche Scholarship for Mongolian Nationals. It offers 20 slots across UG, PG, and PhD levels. The requirements are broadly similar to the earlier ICCR schemes. It provides tuition waiver, monthly stipends of 18,000, 20,000, or 22,000 by study level, plus accommodation and applicable research assistance. However, notice one important difference. Airfare is not provided. An applicant should never stop at the phrase funded. Check what is included and excluded before planning. Applications are made through the ICCR A2A portal.
For Sri Lankan students seeking the next level after a bachelor's degree, the fifth opportunity is the Maulana Azad Scholarship Scheme. It is a postgraduate focused program with 50 slots. Support include tuition waiver, a PG stipend of rupees 20,000 per month, accommodation or HRA, and thesis assistance. Travel covers return economy airfare between Colombo and Chennai with eligible onward rail travel. Applicants should check program criteria and prepare a valid passport, transcript, degree certificate, and CV. Applications generally follow the February to April ICCR cycle. Sri Lankan candidates should always remember Nehru Memorial is for UG and Maulana Azad Scholarship is for PG.
So the sixth scheme broadens the regional reach. The Mekong Ganga Cooperation Scholarship is open to applicants from Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, and Vietnam. If your country is on that list, this is one to mark immediately. Its 50 slots cover UG, PG, and PhD program. Monthly stipends are rupees 18,000, 20,000, and 22,000 respectively. Tuition, hostel support, thesis assistance, written airfare, and eligible onboard train travel are included. PhD applicants need a research synopsis. Other documents include the application, CV, passport, academic records, and medical certificate. Shortlist suitable Indian universities before the portal opens so that your application reflects a clear academic choice rather than a last-minute selection.
The seventh opportunity is the Asian Scholarship at Nalanda University. It is open to applicants from the 10 Asian member states and supports PG study, with 90 slots shown here. It covers tuition, accommodation, health insurance, travel, and a monthly stipend of 20,000. There is no fixed age limit, but applicants must meet their chosen master's program requirements. Selection involves an online application, admission review, interview, and scholarship committee decision. Your statement of purpose should explain what you want to study, why Nalanda and that program, and the impact you hope to create. Deadlines vary, so follow the university portal closely.
Now, what if you do not need another degree, but you do need laboratory exposure, specialized training, or collaborations? The eighth opportunity answers that need. The Asian India Research Training Fellowship. Supported by India's Department of Science and Technology, it offers 50 fellowships yearly for Asian researchers. It lasts 2 to 6 months, has a maximum age limit of 45 years, and requires prior acceptance from an Indian host supervisor. The fellowship provides 60,000 rupees per month as stipend, accommodation, health coverage, travel, and host institution research support. Selection includes screening, peer review, and expert evaluation. Your first step is to identify the right Indian laboratory and contact a supervisor with a focused idea and clear mutual benefit.
The ninth opportunity is the doctoral fellowship in India for ASEAN, often called the DIA program. With thousands lost across the Indian Institutes of Technology, it is a major route for Asian scholars seeking a PhD in India. It supports up to 5 years. The stipend shown is rupees 31,000 per month for 2 years and rupees 35,000 for the next 3, with accommodation, insurance, and travel. Supervisor acceptance is not required initially. Applicants select preferred IITs, undergo departmental screening, and may attend an interview. Application fees still be payable, so check the participating IIT's exact conditions. And this is a competitive doctoral admission supported by a fellowship and not an automatic scholarship form itself.
The 10th opportunity is especially relevant to those of us in fisheries, agriculture, veterinary sciences, dairy sciences, horticulture, and related fields. It is the BIMSTEC Fellowship in Agriculture and Allied Sciences offered through ICAR. BIMSTEC nationals may apply for master's or PhD programs. The fellowship covers institute fees, hostel accommodation, medical insurance, monthly support of 18,000 for masters and 22,000 for PhD, plus one-time airfare support up to 40,000. The route may involve government nomination, ICAR screening, university admission, and final selection. PhD applicants may need a supervisor, master applicants generally do not. For fisheries candidates, ICAR institutes, including CIFE, offer a strong ecosystem, so show clear program fit and resource alignment.
Coming to the 11th opportunity, it is the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Scholarship Scheme for Bhutanese nationals. It offers 60 slots for undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD study. The age limit are 35 years for UG and PG and 40 years for PhD. Support includes tuition, monthly stipend of rupees 18,000, 20,000, or 22,000 by level, accommodation or HRA, applicable research support, and return travel. Applications follow the ICCR A2A process, usually from February to April. Prepare a valid passport, academic records, medical documentation, and for PhD study, a focus synopsis. Check program eligibility before selecting the university.
So our 12th and the final opportunity is different from the others. The University of Queensland IIT Delhi Research Academy Joint PhD program. It is open to applicants from all countries and combines research experience in India and Australia over approximately 4 years. Applicants need an appropriate degree, strong academic performance, a research proposal, and English evidence. Selection includes project and supervisor matching, academic screening, and joint admission. Funding depends on the I student or Q student category. The Indian face support from rupees 37,000 per month and a stipend of 36,400 Australian dollar during the stay in Australia, plus category specific relocation and insurance assistance. Read the current project notice carefully. The advantage is joint supervision and access to 2 different research environments.
Now, I would like to invite Damaram on the behalf of Fellowship Analyst team to summarize the fellowships to the participants. Mr. Damaram, over to you.
Hello everyone, I am Damara, Fellowship Analyst. First of all, I would like to thank you, our moderator and speaker, such an insightful presentation and information. Rather than repeating the fellowship detail, I would like to share my analysis. One of the most significant observations is that these fellowship programs are designed not only to support individual students but also to strengthen academic collaboration and regional partnership. Programs such as Asian India Research Training Fellowship, Doctoral Fellowship in India for Asian Biomedical Fellowship, ICCR Country Specific Scholarship, and Sushma Swaraj Silver Jubilee Scholarship reflect India's commitment to regional cooperation. For undergraduate and master's student, ICCR country-specific scholarship and selected regional scholarship program provide valuable opportunities for higher education and academic exchange. For doctoral researcher and early career scientist, programs such as the Asian India Research Training, DID Fellowship, and research collaboration programs offer excellent opportunity for students. During my analysis, I found that these fellowships emphasize collaborative research, knowledge exchange, innovation, and long-term institutional partnership. Students should always verify country eligibility, academic requirement, and program objective before applying. Another important point is the fellowship help participants build professional network while contributing to regional scientific and academic development. Finally, selecting the fellowship that best aligns with your academic background, research interest, and future goals will always provide greater long-term value than simply choosing the one with the highest financial support. I hope these observations encourage more students and researchers to explore these opportunities with confidence and careful planning. I wish to everyone for future academic excellence. Thank you once all participants, speakers, and moderators.
Thank you, Mr. Damaram and his fellowship analyst team for elucidating the importance of fellowships to pursue education in India. Hence, let me conclude for you with one simple message. There is no single best fellowship. The best fellowship is the one that matches your nationality, study level, academic background, research goal, and financial needs. I hope this overview has turned a long list into a practical starting point for your academic journey. We will share the details of the fellowship to all the participants shortly into their emails.
Now, the stage is open for discussion from the audience. We have received few doubts and I request all the speakers to respond to the queries of the participants. Now, we will be asking them one by one. Here is a question from Jannat. She has asked how long it takes to approve a student visa. I request Shaheen to answer this. Mr. Shaheen?
Actually, can you hear me?
Yes. Proceed.
Actually, this visa depends on different countries. Like for Bangladeshi students, Indian government provide 11 months visas, and for African countries, they provided 4 years visa. So it depends on country to country. And for Nepali students, there's no visa requirement, and other rest of the countries, they need.
Okay, Shaheen. Ma'am, Nuanshi ma'am, is it same for Sri Lanka?
Yes, it's almost same. It depends on the situation. And if you got an offering letter from the host country, means India, it is easy to proceed and they will not create any problem if we got the scholarship letter and everything with our visa documents.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. We have received one more question from Sagar. So Sagar is asking, do we have to contact professors before applying to scholarship in India? I would like Dr. Dhami to answer this question.
Thank you. It depends on the that one fellowship also, but in most of the scholarships, you don't need to have recommendation from the professors because the government and the funding agency supports you in documentation and like accepted letter. So they will anyhow accept your this joining letter because it is through the government only, different government like ICCR or IRI means different organizations which are in like collaboration with the countries. So they don't need recommendation letter from the professors for experience. For Netaji Subhas, like some institute, they some funding agencies like Netaji Subhas International Fellowship, you need to have the accepted letter from the institute for applying. For like recommendation, no need of recommendation, I guess.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So we have one more question from Amon. So the question is that is one allowed to join internship during studies? I think Mr. Hain can answer this.
The question is it allowed to join internship?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's depend on the host institute. If I'm doing the internship in biobanker program in Chennai, if the host institution accept your stay and they so it's okay to join the internship because internship is you don't get paid, so you're still learning. You don't change the status. You're students, so it's okay to join. And it was a good experience to join the internship during your study, to connect what you learn and what is the industry is doing. Otherwise, you just study and you're not in touch with the reality.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your insights.
Okay, another participant is asking that my CGPA is less, but I have strong motivation. Do I still stand a chance? Dr. Noansi, can you answer this?
For master studies, there may be some competitive nature. Then it depends on the applicants and what are the fields you are going to apply. So if you are not having a good GPA, but your strong motivation, your CV preparation, and with the other supportive documents, I think you may try. Because in my case also, first of all, I'm a Maulana Azad scholarship rewardee. I had got second class in my basic degree, but in my master's degree in foreign country, I got first class after studying in India. So when you got the chance, you have to prove you are capable of doing all these things. So I think you may get, because you have strong motivation. Please keep it and try your best. I think it will give a good chance in near future.
Thank you very much, ma'am. The next question is from Arif. Arif is asking, is scholarship enough to study in India? I would like to ask this question from Sri Amrito.
Yes, this scholarship for UG, we are getting 18,000 per month, and for MSc, they are getting 20,000, and for PhD, they are getting 22,000. It is enough, and it's excess. You can save some money. That's very good for our UG, PG, and PhD students. It's enough for India, more than enough.
Thank you, sir. So this will be the final question we are taking in the section. And the question is from Ankur. And the question is like, do the scholarships panel also check academic background? So I think anyone can answer this question. Any of our panelists can answer this question.
Yes, can I answer?
Yeah, sir, sure.
Yeah, obviously they will check your academic background also, your previous means college degrees and the institute you have studied. Those are like essential for that. If you want to go, join good institute, they will ask your like background, your OGPA, all those. So that is like in most of the scholarship also now for PhD, mostly PhD, they will check your research paper also, in which publication you have published your papers, all those. So that is like this. That is if you have good academic background, there is a high chances of selection also. So that is there.
Thank you all the speakers for sharing the queries. We are not addressing any more questions, but participants can still continue to post their queries in the chat box. Our expert panel is already replying to them. So over the last 2 days, we have traveled through inspiring stories, practical guidance, and valuable fellowship opportunities. We sincerely hope you have gained a clear understanding of both Indian and international fellowship processes and the pathways available for pursuing higher education in India.
As we come to the end of International Students Conference 2.0, we hope this conference has inspired you to dream bigger, prepare better, and confidently take the next step towards your academic journey. Before continuing, I would request all the speakers and the participants to turn on their video so that we can take a group selfie. Participants, please turn on your video. Thank you very much, everyone.
And finally, it is a privilege to invite our respected director, Dr. N.P. Sagu sir, to deliver the concluding remarks to finally conclude the International Student Conference 2.0. Sir, we kindly request you to address the gathering.
Thank you very much. Very good afternoon, everybody. All the students present here from India, from abroad. It's an excellent program. It is conducted by the students, led by our students from CIFE. Nice to see Nuansi after a long time. So maybe after 10 years or more than that.
Me too, sir.
So,
Me too, sir.
yeah. Thank you
Nice
very
to
much
see
for
you.
joining with us. So this, I must say congratulations to the students, the way it is meticulously planned and the conducted the program better than the last conference. So it is only the dedication of our students. I have seen last maybe 10, 15 days, they are engaged for different activities, planning with their mentors, communicating with the different students across the world, and the speakers as well. And once a speaker today. So I was informed that last yesterday there was about 1,900 registration was there. It's a really overwhelming response from the students. This shows how the students are really interested to be connected, but there was no platform. This idea was hatched 2 years back when we thought that when our aquaculture is growing and Asia is dominating in aquaculture, so why should not be connected? The technology has given during the COVID, this technology has, that means disappeared the distance, but the connectivity has been multiple times that is increased. You know that I can say that a virtual platform may be a good platform to connect very easily. This we should take the advantage. You know, I have seen the 10, 15 minutes I have joined here, I have seen the interactions. The way the students or when you are communicating with your friends, that is the best connection or the very powerful connections that you can interact with your students to know more about the sectors. The thing rightly this time coined, that is global opportunities, international fellowship available for fish and aquaculture science students. So it is the right time to connect each other, to know about the different opportunities. Really, I am sure that this information is missing, is not known to everybody. Otherwise, if not, the information will be provided to everybody, maximum students will avail this opportunity. I was told that from the last conference, 2 students have been benefited by availing the international fellowship. So this is a very beginning. So let's hope that in future, this type of communication will help us by communicating each other, by availing the opportunities so that the fisheries sector will grow. That is today the digital world. Your greatest potential asset is not only your knowledge, but also your global network. I can give you an example. In your organ, brain is the strongest organ because it has the largest networking, neuron networking. After that, heart is there. So based on the networking, the organ strength is defined. So you can imagine the networking strength, how it will help you. So for example, now about 1,000, let it be 2,000 participants are there. So I am talking today about the 2,000 future leaders of the fisheries and aquaculture science connected to a single platform. I can define this one is the world largest virtual classroom of fish and fishery science. Perhaps this is one of the unique program maybe across the globe by conducting this type of a huge number of students have joined and discussing about the fishery science. So there are participants from 38 countries. That means I am amazed. It means 1/5 of the world nations. So that many countries, students are joining here to discuss about what are the scopes are there in this sector. We have a philosophy that Vasudeva Kutumbakam. That means one earth, one family, one future. That is the future fishery sectors. So what we have to plan for a sustainable development of this fishery sector, that you are the leader, you are the future leaders. Only you have to, in the right time, only you have come forward to take a decision to connecting each other and taking a forward step. What we can do across the world so that the fishery sector will grow still higher side. Everybody is looking for this sector. The aquaculture is growing at the rate of 10%. That means it is highest ever among the any food production sectors. That is, the conference, the concept of the conference, it was started or began with a simple conversation during taking tea. So from that concept only, the conference started. That means communicating each other. So I hope that this e-conference will take a still stronger step in future by bringing all the fisheries leader into common platform. My dream is that let's this e-platform be transformed into a physical form so that whatever possible, all the students should come to a physical platform. What is this fishery sector? Why people are looking after this sector? Now the fish production 190 million tons annually, for which 3.3 billion people get 20% of the animal proteins, which is basically required. So fishery sector is giving 20% of the animal protein sector to at least 3.3 billion people. And 600 million people are their livelihood depending on the fishery sector. That is the reason why this sector is so much potential is there. For example, as I told, if 2,000 students will give or share one idea each, you will get 2,000 ideas. When the students interact, the possibilities are no longer additive, it is exponential. So can you imagine after 5 years or even after 10 years, if this type of interaction continues, the type of knowledge hub will create it, that will be only helpful for this sector. Really, I am mesmerized to see that this type of this program only and only conducted by the students, managed by the students. Of course, the mentors are theirs. They have given the guidelines, but exclusively maintained by the students. Nothing else has been done by anybody else. So this clearly shows the leadership quality of the students. That you must have thousands of followers in your social media. But what really changes our career is having a network of trusted scientific colleagues. So these are all trusted scientific colleagues which can help you to shape your career. I have seen that the fellowship session that demonstrated India offers numerous opportunities for talented international students to pursue higher education, research, and innovations. So let's this the flow of idea to be intensified in future. As I told, each come with a 5 idea. So 2005, you will have 10,000 new scientific, 10,000 connections will be there. Connectivity will be there. So fishery scientists of the tomorrow will not work only with net and ponds. They will work with different upcoming areas like artificial intelligence, satellite data, genomics, precision aquaculture, digital traceability, robotics, climate smart farming, and blue bioeconomy. These are different areas. So we have to work. So water has no boundary. So either it is India or any other countries, the issues will be same. So we have to work together when we'll discuss or intensify our discussions on a particular theme. So finally, this will come. So the internet has connected our computer, but this conference has connected our minds. Let us work together to connect our ideas for a better future of fisheries and aquaculture. So I am sure that it's not a physical mode of conference. So we cannot shake our hand, but we can join our hand definitely. So please, I request all of you to join the hand. So in future, I am expecting that we will have a physical form of this e-conference across the world. Let it be the biggest student conference, and we'll maintain the status quo. So finally, I expect 3 things from this conference. 1, build a global professional network. The possible number of networking, please try to increase it. If you are having 1, make it 10 times. It will help you immensely. You will find the benefit after some times. So now this is a very good platform. You are having now WhatsApp group is there. Now this email, everything is now the connectivity is very easy. My second expectation from this is transform knowledge into collaborations. And finally, from this sector, become an ambassador of sustainable fisheries. So we are all responsible for a sustainable fisheries. If fishery will not be sustainable, then our existence also is no meaning. So with this final note, I request all of you to enjoy this e-conference, follow it, and I must again congratulate all the students for taking the leading role, connecting to all the students, alumni, and the leaders from the different countries so meticulously, and making this conference smooth. There is no flawless program it was there. Even if I have seen some of the videos, it is really, really, really nice. So I congratulate all the students again, the participants, the speakers, and as well the mentors, particularly Dr. Bibi Nayak, who is taking in charge for this thing, along with his team, Dr. Nayak, Abu, and of course some other scientists are there. So let's hope that e-conference 3.0 will be again something different in this. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to interact with this platform. I congratulate or thank you again all the students from different countries present here at present, also those who are present as well. Thank you very much, students, for inviting me and share some of my thoughts.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir, we want to express our sincere gratitude to our respected director, sir, for his visionary leadership, constant encouragement, and for providing us the opportunity to organize ISC 2.0.
Before we conclude, a quick reminder to all the participants, please fill out the feedback form to receive your e-certificate of participation. The link has already been shared in the live chat and will remain available for a limited time. Your feedback is invaluable and will help us to make future editions even better. As we close, let us remember the timeless philosophy of Vasudeva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. May the connections and knowledge shared here inspire greater global collaborations.
To formally conclude, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the esteemed panelists of all the 4 sessions of this 2-day International Student Conference 2.0 for sharing their valuable experiences. I also sincerely thank all the participants from different countries and institutions for making this conference a success. I hope this conference has cleared your queries and have taken one step closer to your dream of studying abroad. I would also like to express our deep gratitude to our scientists and our mentors for the constant encouragement, guidance, and the unwavering support throughout the planning and execution of this event. And also, we are equally grateful to our technical support team for making the session run seamlessly. A special word of thanks goes to our dedicated student organizing committee. From planning and coordination to managing communications and every detail behind the scene, your hard work, commitment, and teamwork has been remarkable. Your collective efforts transformed this event into a memorable success.
Before we conclude, I would like to invite all the ISC 2.0 organizing team to come to the dais. And once again, thank you everyone for being part of ISC 2.0. With gratitude, we hereby declare the two-day International Students Conference officially concluded. We look forward welcoming you again. Until then, this is Karthik and the entire team of ISC 2.0 signing off from you. Have a wonderful day ahead. Dhanyawad. Goodbye. Jai Hind.
Thank you all the students.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, respected director, sir, and all the speakers and all the participants. Once again, thank you, everyone.